Hello everyone, my name is Muzame Putra, and today I will be giving an informative speech entitled Utilitarianism Explained. Now, what is the right thing to do? That is the type of question that I usually ask to myself when I was watching a movie, or typically superheroes movies. You see, when I was watching the Batman, I keep asking myself, why didn't the Batman kill the Joker? Yeah, according to the Batman, killing is a morally wrong thing to do. However, by doing so, by killing the Joker, he will save Gotham and the future victims of Joker. So is that the right thing to do? And when I was watching Avengers Infinity War, I sometimes I agree with Thanos. The main problem of the world is the resources are finite and overpopulation is a problem. Therefore, according to Thanos' plan, by sacrificing half of the universe population, you would actually save the other half of the population and generations to come. So, is this the right thing to do? According to utilitarianism, this type of philosophy might be able to answer that. So let's move on to the definition of utilitarianism. Utilitarianism is an ethical theory or philosophy that states it is morally right to give the most happiness, benefit, or pleasure to the greatest number of people. So that is the main definition. Now I will explain this utilitarianism philosophy according to different kind of situations and how you could apply utilitarianism in your while making decisions, right? So let's begin with the first situation. The more happiness you give, the more righteous you are. So the main motive of utilitarianism is to give the most benefit to the greatest number of people, right? So let's imagine in this situation, you have a cake, but your other three friends, they don't have a cake. So by applying utilitarianism philosophy, what is the morally right thing to do is for you to share the cake with three of your friends. So let's imagine situation 1, you are the only person who ate the cake, and situation 2, you share your cake with your friends. So the total amount of happy people in the second situation will be 4, and 4 is greater than 1. Therefore, by sharing your cake, you are actually applying the concept of utilitarianism. So far so good, right? Utilitarianism sounds really nice. So let's move on to the second situation. Consequences of your action are more important than your intention, right? So let's say that in this situation, there's you and there's Ben, and in this situation, Ben is having some breathing complication. He is suffocating. So the right thing to do is to do a CPR. However, in this situation, you don't know the proper way to do a CPR, right? So while you are doing the CPR, you accidentally broken Ben's rib cage. So instead of saving his life, you making it harder for Ben to breathe. So although your intention, which is to save Ben's life, is right, however, the consequences is so much worse. Therefore, according to utilitarianism, your action is considered as morally wrong. That seems a bit harsh, although considering how noble your intention is, right? However, we need to go to the next situation. Although it seems harsh, utilitarianism is a selfless approach, not egoistic. You see, let's imagine a situation. Let's say that there is a zombie apocalypse, right? So in this situation, you are bitten by a zombie, and what is the right thing to do according to utilitarianism? So although it is sad, the right thing to do is to sacrifice yourself, because it would save more lives in this zombie apocalypse. If you sacrifice yourself, that action would prevent you from becoming a zombie and infecting your other friends. So by sacrificing yourself, that is the morally right thing to do according to utilitarianism. So moving on to the next situation. Emotion doesn't play a huge role in making decisions. Okay, now this is the most famous situation to clearly explain what utilitarianism truly is. Now, let's say that you are a doctor and there are 5 patients. Okay, let's say that the first 4 of your patients, they need 1 pill each to survive, and the red patient, the 5th patient, it needs 5 pills to survive. And the dilemma here is that you only have 5 pills. So what would your action be? According to utilitarianism, the morally right thing to do is to save the first 4 patients that only need 1 pill each to survive. That decision, although it is hard, it would mean that the red patient would need to be taken down. He would not survive that by not taking his 5 pills. It would cause him to be dead. Although it is sad, this is the right thing to do according to utilitarianism. Imagine, because 4 people surviving the disease is so much better than 4 people to be sacrificed to save just 1 person. So this is basically the main concept of utilitarianism. And like I said before, emotions doesn't play a huge role in making decision, even if that last patient, that red patient, is someone you know, even if the last patient is your family members. The morally right thing to do is to save 4 people, because saving 4 people is greater than saving one person and causing the other 4 to be taken down. So as a conclusion, this utilitarianism concept, it explores the question of what a human ought to do. And what human ought to do, what is that one thing that we can all collectively agree, well, according to utilitarianism, it's happiness. Every action that we take, every action that we want to make, the final outcome that we desire is happiness, which is why utilitarianism is a concept that focuses on happiness to the greatest number of people. So is it good or is it bad? I will leave that judgment to my audience, because this is an informative speech. I am not trying to convince anyone anything. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.